Imagine waking up every morning to a notification screen like full of sales alerts, that happened while you were offline. It's time to start engineering a predictable digital product business. Because why? Because we're in 2026 and this is the tiny funnel strategy for passive digital product sales. Now, let's be honest, most people want passive income. And if you don't know what passive income is the ability to get paid over and over again for doing the work once. You do the work once, you get paid over and over again for it. A little bit like royalties for an artist or movie royalties for a director or an actor. Okay, they do the work once, they get paid over and over again for it. Now, most people want and dream of this kind of passive income, but what they really want is just predictable sales, and there's a difference, right? Predictable doesn't come from complicated funnels. It doesn't come from hype. It comes from just designing something small that works on purpose. Now, who am I? I'm Warren from London. I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a digital hustler. I've been selling online, doing digital marketing for like 10 years now. Um, I help everyday people just build simple digital assets using simple funnels and simple Facebook ads. Why? Because I got two beautiful kids and I just want their dad, I want them to know that their dad helped people, right? That he built things properly and he did it the right way. So, super quick backstory. So, in 2012, I was working in retail for £360 per month. I became a dad for the first time, and yeah, things were scary. There was too much month at the end of the money. And in 2016, I started a digital marketing company and I started selling products and marketing products online. And fast forward now to 2026, I've recently celebrated my 10,000th customer, and I'm helping people like yourself that are interested in doing the same. Okay, so let's dive in. So, identifying the micro pain, what does that mean? So, this is where most people fail. They try to solve these big, vague problems when they think about starting a business or starting selling online or digital marketing. They think, okay, can I create the next Facebook? Can I create the next Amazon? That's what, if I want to make big money, then I have to solve big, massive problems. No, and those that try to solve, when you try to solve those big vague problems, like, do you want to learn how to make money online or improve your life or grow your brand? That's vague, right? It's too broad. And the tiny fun this tiny funnel works only because it's just micro pain. Within those big juicy problems in life are these small tiny little problems, and they're urgent. And the micro pain is specific. A micro pain is specific, it's annoying, and it's immediate. Okay, it's immediate, it's now, it's happening right now, and people want to solve it right now. For example, a micro pain is, I don't know what my first digital product should be. When I first started getting selling online, I didn't really know what I wanted to sell. I was watching these videos of people that were making money, but I was still a little bit confused, like, what product should I sell? Is it going to work? Is it going to sell for me? How long is it going to take? What if I start showing up online trying to sell this product and my friends and family start thinking he's an idiot? There was all these things. Maybe you're thinking, I don't know what to say in my click to action, you know and maybe your Facebook ads keep getting clicks but no sales. When someone sees that problem stated clearly, they're going to stop scrolling. Like, so if you can show up and say to people, look, are your Facebook ads getting clicks but no sales? Instantly, if someone sees that and they are running Facebook ads at the moment which are getting clicks and no sales, they're gonna be like, damn, this dude's speaking directly to my soul. Like, he's speaking directly to me. And that's what stops the scroll, because it feels personal, right? It feels personal. It feels like a direct attack on their mindset at the minute, and they're a direct attack. And they say in marketing, if you can explain your customer's problem better than they can, then they will pay you to solve it. Because they're basically saying, this guy understands what I'm going through. This guy understands my pain. I can't even articulate my pain. He's articulating my pain better than I can, which means that he must have the solution. He must have the solution, because dude's talking like he just mastered this whole problem, right? And your funnel then starts getting attention, and then attention starts growing, and then it leads to sales. So Ultimately, we want to engineer a high value asset. And this is a quick 5 minute win. This is what I label my quick 5 minute win. So here's the next step. You don't build a massive product, right? You build something that just delivers a quick win in under 5 minutes. Quick win. Why 5 minutes? Because fast wins, they create instant authority, meaning soon as someone is able to fix their problem real quick in the first 5 minutes, right? They're gonna be like, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. Sorry, my daughter's yeah, she's all right. It's gonna create instant authority and it's gonna place you in the mindset of the customer as, yeah, this guy is my go-to guy. This guy knows what I can get ahead with working with this guy, you know. And if someone reads your 10-page guide and fixes something immediately, they're gonna think, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about, right? So examples of quick wins. Checklists are good because they clarify, you know, offers. Um, a call to action, swipe file, something that they can copy. A one-page ad setup template that works really well, right? A simple framework that just removes confusion, that's going to work as well, right? So these are all quick wins. They're not, okay, cool, how can you, create the next Apple or build the next Facebook app? Those things are going to take 10 years in advance to do, right? But quick wins are going to be a checklist, swipe files, one-page ad setup templates, easy things to where someone's going to see it and go, okay, cool, this guy knows what he's talking about. And you build authority real quick. Okay, so moving on. So once you've sent that free offer out, and the best thing to do is like organic traffic versus paid traffic. There's this whole massive debate. I like paid traffic because sometimes when you're building organic traffic, you can post, and unless your accounts pop in and you've got some good and unless the algorithm is in your favor, and it doesn't take a lot to get the algorithm in your favor, but I'm just saying sometimes organic can be disheartening for people, whereas paid ads isn't. It's like, okay, if you put $1 in, you're gonna get X amount out. And at the minute, my leads are about 15 pence. So for every dollar I put in, I'm getting around 6 to 7 leads out, right? So I know, okay, cool, I'm getting 6 or 7 leads per dollar. So if I spend $10 today, I'm gonna get 70 leads. And if one of them convert today on my offer, on my low ticket offer, which is $497, then you're essentially paid $10 to $20 to make $497, right? So but this is the part where most people are getting wrong. They're creating they create random free content and then they sell something unrelated. And don't get me wrong, I've done this in the past. And this is where it always helps to work with someone that's kind of got this part figured out, because if you sell a checklist for social media, people that want to grow on social media, but then your paid offer is make money online. Yeah, they're connected in some way, but it doesn't feel like a direct fit. Like your paid product has to feel like naturally the next step. Okay, so like when you go to a theme park, you go to the front desk and you buy your tickets first. Then naturally the next step usually is, okay, let's put our stuff down, our coats, our jackets, and let's get on the first ride, right? You're not gonna have lunch. That isn't really the logical next step. Now, I'm not saying you don't, because it depends on what time you get to the park. Some people might get to the park, get their tickets, and then go and have lunch. Maybe it's lunchtime. Maybe they've skipped breakfast and they're hungry and they just want to get some food in their stomach first. That's an exception, but for the most part, 80 to 90% of people are going to pick up their tickets first, put their stuff down and go on to the first ride, because the adrenaline's going. You're excited. You're seeing the ride. You're hearing the screams. You're smelling the popcorn. You just want to get on your first ride. So you're following the natural progression of something, right? And that's what we want to. That's what we want to do. So a tiny funnel just is alignment is with just everything. So if your paid product is a $7 digital asset, right? I've got pounds here, but it doesn't really matter. It's a blueprint. Then your free content should be highlighting common mistakes about digital assets, maybe exposing micro pains, or maybe just previewing a small little framework that you're working with. Like, for example, this is a framework. Okay, I could technically launch this as a lead magnet, because for someone that wants to sell digital products passively, this is a tiny funnel that they can follow, right? So then they're gonna read this and they're gonna get a quick win because now instantly they've learned what a tiny funnel is, what a tiny funnel is, why it's a good strategy, what it's a good strategy for, which is in terms of passive income, and the product that they're selling is digital products, and the result is sales, right? So instantly they've walked away learning something new and feeling more geared up and ready. Okay, quick win. So ultimately, this it's going to come down to this kind of psychology style of, you know, why it works, and it just removes overwhelm. We're trying to just make it super easy for them to download the product, and build trust with us really quickly. You know, it doesn't rely on pressure, it relies on clarity. So that's what we're doing. What this isn't is a complex funnel, because I've seen some massively complex funnels. You know, it's not a 12 email sequence, it's not a high ticket webinar machine where you gotta do a webinar, get people to sign up and promote the webinar and da 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 da. It's not. It's much more smaller than that. It's much more, it's tiny. It's tiny. Okay. And the smaller you make something, the easier it is to control. Right. And when you've got all of these complex funnels and these 12-step email sequences and high ticket webinar machines, it gets out of control. And unless you're ready for that kind of exposure, and unless you're equipped to do that, you're gonna feel overwhelmed quite quick, right? And this is how you engineer the system without chaos. Okay, because ultimately predictability is it's not magic, it's just design. And the easiest thing you can do, the best thing you can do, is just keep things super super simple. So if you want to learn more, if you're trying to sell digital products online and stuff like that, ultimately you're going to have to learn digital marketing. You can't get away from that. Like, I first started learning digital marketing in I got a taste of it in 2012, but it didn't really click until 2016. Okay, it didn't really click until 2016. And I go on Thread sometimes and I see people like, oh, I haven't made my first sale yet, and I don't know if it's working and stuff. It's not working because you're trying to escape and skip the process of learning. It's like trying to go to trying to become a vet, without really going to uni and learning how to care for animals. Like, yeah, you can naturally be good at caring for animals, and you might be able to get away with caring for a few, but there's still 80% of things that you don't know that you need to go to university or college to learn. Right? You can't skip that learning process. The more you learn, the more you earn, and the more you learn, the more skills you're gonna make, and the more, and skills pay the bills, right? So you have to really focus on honing down those skills. And if you want to learn more and start learning digital marketing properly, then tap the link in my description to access the Digital Wealth Academy. And this is the spot where I learned all digital marketing, right? I learned how to digital market. I learned how to promote myself. I learned how to build a TikTok page of 60K followers. I launched the page 7 days ago, which is now at 1,500 followers just in 7 days, right? I had 3 videos go viral on there. This academy is going to be all you need to grow successfully online in your whatever endeavor you're choosing to do. Okay, and it's going to be real with you. Whatever endeavor you're choosing to do, it's going to support you, it's going to back you, and in everything you need. So that's it. If you got value in this video, give this like and subscribe. If you've got any comments, I'm always in the comment section, listening to you guys, having a conversation. So let's keep the conversation going, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.